Before K90, I had been a head of global learning and development for an organisation who then decided they didn't need me anymore, and so I was made redundant. So I was midway through the throes of trying to decide whether or not I should set up on my own or whether I should try and go and do what I deem to get a real job and go back into working in some sort of corporate. So I heard about K90. I was forwarded an email from a friend of mine who had gone self-employed almost a decade ago, and he's someone I'd spoken to, and he was trying to do the job of calming me down and in essence saying, you'll be okay. And then he forwarded this email saying, I think you should go on this. I think it will really help. My experience of K90 has been overwhelmingly positive, and I've been to quite a few of the sessions. I think just to give some details on that, I think after the first one, I realised that actually I had a viable business. And having had several months of being deeply unsettled, I came out of that first day thinking, okay, I have something here that works, that can generate income beyond actually what I was expecting it to, and that I've got something really viable and exciting. The other thing I think was absolutely brilliant was the commitment to pray for the goals that we set. So as well as somebody challenging me to set stretching and goals, it was the fact that then I knew that over the next 90 days, somebody would be committed to praying for those. And I thought that was just incredible. What I subsequently found was that almost every single one, I think 10 out of 12 of the goals that I'd set over the different K90s, all came to pass. And that's no luck. That's because of the approach, the structure, and certainly because of the prayer. So knowing my goals have been prayed over, there was an added level of confidence there that took it out of my hands. I think particularly when you're working for yourself, you feel that everything is on you. And actually it was a really good reminder that this stuff's ultimately in God's hands. And so having that as a reminder was really good. And so it also meant that when these things happened, it drew me to God in a different way, and I could recognize, okay, so God wants to get involved in my business. God wants to see it work. God wants to see me blessed. And it's not a backup plan. It's not a safety net, but he wants to be involved in every step that I'm making, every decision that I make. So it was a really helpful and healthy reminder for me as a Christian. The stuff that I intuitively know, but actually it made me live it out and recognize it and call it out in a far more overt way than perhaps I would have done otherwise. So as a result of K90, and I do directly link it to where my business got to, my business grew and grew, and I was able to win bigger contracts, and over the 3 years it got better and better, to the point that actually a client who I was subcontracting for came in and offered me a job to go and work for them, a large consulting firm, the sort of company I never thought I would get to work in. But as a result of having a good business model, a successful business model, and being able to do what I do well, it meant that I was able to move on to this next opportunity. I think what's also great about that is because the business was doing well, I moved from a position of confidence. So I felt sure of what I was walking towards rather than nervous about what I was running from. So I left knowing that it was a good company, that it was the right season to step out of it, and it afforded me an opportunity to move into this next role, which is fantastic. I would absolutely 100% recommend anybody gets involved with K90, a user's guide for business life.